Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another special episode of Fans Dugout. Today we have two matches since it's the weekend, so double the entertainment and double the fun. So, firstly, we have RCB going against Rajasthan Royals. It's an interesting match because both the teams are reeling from a loss in the last match. So, it'll be interesting to see how both of them bounce back. So, let's start with the RCB fan in the house today. Let's start with Arun. Hi, Arun. Welcome. What are you expecting from your team today, given the way that the tactics didn't work out the last time? So, what are you expecting now from your team today? How do you think they'll perform this in this match?
Yeah, I think it's good to experiment. Everybody coming down the order. Last time, I think Virat Kohli accepted it also that he wanted him come down the order so that he could give some opportunity to the all rounders. And Washington Sundar played a good role, but Shivam Dubey, of course, apart from those two sixes, couldn't do much there. The pitch was obviously pretty slow. But yeah, I think it'll be back to the same lineup that it was before. One of the matches you will have to experiment, give the batsman chance down the order to come up and then see what they have. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. I think today's match is going to be the usual lineup that we've always had.
Yep.
um,
Yep. So, moving on to the Rajasthan Royals fans today. We all know how devastating Jofra Archer has been for Rajasthan Royals so far, but I think it's the batting that's not working for Rajasthan. So, Mr. Surendra, how do you think Rajasthan will play today? What tactics or how do you think they try to approach this game today?
Well, there's two things. Is what they should do and what they're going to do. So I'm getting to that level now where it's just the same thing over and over again. They're not learning from the previous match. Again, all the fans are saying, they should be Robin Uthappa to play. Robin Uthappa, he has to open the innings. He cannot finish. I'm not personally against having Stokes opening with Butler. I don't mind that combination. But the problem is Steve Smith getting in and out within the power play. That's been our biggest issue. So I can't see why, even if we keep Stokes and Butler to open, drop Steve Smith to after the power play. So that's 4 or 5. Sunju at 3, Smith at 4, and then Smith can anchor the innings to the end. I think that's where our biggest problem is. And again, we bowled brilliantly. Our death bowling was fantastic. We should have won that match. However, because Robin couldn't finish and he ran out Ryan Parag, we lost it. So quite angry with what's happening. But again, the management know best, so we have to back the team and back the management.
Yep. And moving on to you, PM, what are your thoughts on how Rajasthan will play today? What tactics or what plans do they have for today's match?
Just a second.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think since the kind of spinners that we have, we basically all wrist spinners, I think we might just risk the three of them together today, because if you look at the top order of RCB, the Spuddigal he's been excellent against pace. That whip shot is one of the classic scenes in this year's IPL, but he's not really done well against spin. Of course, it's off spin of Maxwell, against which we've seen him struggle a bit. So that is a factor. Finch has got out 5 times out of all the innings that he's played against spins, and that's the most by any batsman. So that's also another factor. Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers, they do struggle against spin and especially wrist spin. So I think it would be wise to bring in Markandeya as well. Shreyas Gopal, he's been traditionally excellent against RCB. He's kind of have had the knack of picking up big wickets, has a hat trick against them. So I would probably give him another chance. I would like to bring in 3 spinners against RCB. Let's see what happens. Probably give them 10 overs of spin. It would be good if they keep on hiding AB de Villiers at number 6. It wouldn't really, I have 4 overs of Jofra Archer, so that way I can actually get less runs out of them. Regarding the batting, I think the entire fan base is irritated with Robin Uthappa's current form. The run out, nobody really took that pretty well. If you're playing Uthappa, like I said, might as well give him his natural position. There's no point. You can't expect him to be a finisher now. our top three players, top three foreign players, as far as the batting is concerned, they haven't been performing as we would have wanted them to. Smith, I think he should just go down the order now, play at 4, play at 5. Of course, it doesn't matter at times, because if he plays at 4 and Sanju Samson gets out early, then he's anyway playing probably at the 4th or 5th over, as has been the case most of the times.
Yep.
So I really hope we try to solidify a batting order more. So that's it. Yeah.
Yep. So before I move on to the second match, let's quickly finish with the first one. Arun, what are your thoughts on how RCB would line up today? Do you think they'll make any changes, or are they happy with the previous lineup that they have?
I don't think so. I think Siraj has been like a cat on the wall. He plays well sometime and he doesn't. So I would make him sit if I was Virat Kohli and give a chance to Gurkirat Man, because I think the match is played in Dubai today. So it's a bigger ground than what it was in Sharjah. So I think he deserves a chance. And then the bowling lineup needs to have either Umesh Yadav come back or I'm not sure. Dale Steyn maybe, but definitely not Siraj. I think Siraj would need to sit, otherwise everything else looks good. And we saw what Chahal did in the final over in the last match. It was unbelievable. Unfortunately, the last ball, he was trying for a full-length Yorker, but Puran came forward and hit him for a 6. But then you need guts to send Chahal in the last over with 2 runs remaining and, see what they did. So I think Siraj is the weak link as of now. So if Siraj is maybe sat down today for the match, it's important for RCB as well. The quicker they come into the playoffs, the better for us. So I think they will have a change in Siraj today.
Yep.
I think otherwise the lineup should be the same.
Yeah, I guess it's the 15th over that turned the game around. I mean, they had a long discussion before whom to ball, but then they finally decided to go with Siraj, and I guess that's where the game turned. So tough luck there. But
we want Siraj to play. Yeah,
definitely, as Rajasthan fans, I definitely think you'd want him. So, what changes are you expecting, Mr. Surinder? Do you expect any changes from your team today?
I want changes, but I'm not expecting any. So obviously the main thing for me is obviously the opening. Robin Uthappa or Manan Vora has to come in today, and they have to open the batting with Josh Butler, and they have to see out the 5 to 6 overs, and then by the 6th over, 7th over, Sanju comes in, and then Smith comes in or Stokes comes in, whichever. Again, for our bowling, I would love Markanday to come in or Joshi to come in instead of Gopal, because I think Gopal didn't perform in the last game either. And we have the benefit of, obviously, our last game was in Dubai. We played in Dubai before. RCB are coming from Sharjah. We like the day games, so the toss isn't a massive factor today. And then again, it's our strategy. We've got to bowl like we did before. Our fielding is getting better, but the batting is letting us down. And as I say, I don't see Josh Butler a problem because he's timing the ball. If you see the way he's getting out, 156 miles an hour straight ball from Nuttedge, he was unlucky, but he was actually timing the ball. Robin Uthappa is not timing the ball. He's not rotating the strike. Smith is not doing either the other way. So personally, I would like Miller to come in and Smith out. It's a big call, but that's what I would like. And also Markanday or maybe Varun Aaron for JD, but JD's bowled well, so I will probably I'm 2 minds of that one. But otherwise, Smith for Miller, and I would also get Markanday in for Gopal. But other than that, keep the same team as it is.
Yeah.
But again, it's a big game for us. It's a 4-point swing game. So if we win today, we move on to 8 points. We'll only be 2 points behind RCB. If we lose, that's the 3rd position gone.
Yeah. So moving to you, Pian, do you agree with those changes, or do you want someone else to come in for the team today?
Smith for Miller is a bit too bold change, to be honest. I mean, who do you look to be the captain then? But yeah, I mean, I personally would want Markanday to get a game for RR. Regarding the batting, I think people want Manan Vora to come in because he can hit the ball well. And see, what I've seen in this IPL throughout is that every successful opening partnership has had one player who hasn't bothered much about the strike rate. He's just bothered about supporting the other guy, and the other guy is just bashing around, Like even if you look at some team like say RCB, which has a successful batting opening lineup with Pardigal and Finch. Finch, if he bashes, then Pardigal stays quiet, or it goes the other way around. Similarly with Mayank and KL. So
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that if we are to have a good successful opening combination, because RCB has never lost a game in this year's IPL where they have managed to take one wicket in the power play.
Yeah.
So given that, I really hope we have a strong opening combination. Let's see Manan Vora and Josh Butler if possible, and Smith to bat down at number 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So moving on to you, Chennai fans. You must be happy with the win in the last match. So let's begin with Ashish. Ashish, what are your thoughts on how Chennai will play today?
Last time we met, I said that all CSK fans are hoping that we will come after a victory in another session of fans dugout. So quite happy I'm with performance of my team CSK. Yeah, some things need to be sorted out, like in the death bowling needs to be more chopped out, and we see Shane Watson performing in the earlier matches of CSK, but now he's somewhat shaky. And same like Duplessis. But we can't rely on both these openers every time. So
Yeah.
yeah, Ambati Raidu is back in form. So the complete balance side now and hoping for a good match today.
Yep. Moving to you, Samay. How are you expecting Chennai to perform today after seeing the performance last time out?
Yeah, as I said in the last time as well, like you cannot ever take out the Chennai from IPL if you are looking for the race of playoffs, and that's gonna be proven truth because as we saw the last match of KKR,
Yeah.
I think that they have lost the game. Like they are not in the mood of getting into the playoffs now. So and this will make a real challenge for everyone to get that third or fourth position because I think that RCB still has that sort of. I don't know why I have that intention that they will choke off at random moments. Also, I don't think that why they want to fix something that is not broken. They unusually change the order of AB de Villiers who hit them, like who has made 70 runs for them in 33 balls in the same ground.
Yeah.
They asked him to not come at bat because of just the spinners. I could understand the strategy. Like this could not be Virat Kohli strategy. First of all, so yeah. And talking about the match is in Sharjah.
Yeah.
And if you look at DC, I think they are choking now. They are losing their players one by
No,
one.
no, no, no.
Amit Mishra, Ishan
You
Sharma,
seem to be too
Rishabh Pant,
optimistic, bro.
and now Shreyas Iyer. So the thing is,
Basically, everyone
I
is
don't.
choking now.
The thing is, I don't know how much hard the injury is for Shreyas Iyer, but if it is very serious, if it's not even serious and he's gonna play today's match, and if something goes off with his shoulder, then he will be out for the rest of the tournament, which I don't think is a good sign for Delhi Capitals and all the IPL fans
Yep.
because he's the captain of the team after all. So that would be a very interesting thing to know if he's playing or not. If he's playing, then I think Rishabh Pant could make a way. Although he was also having problems, he had a yo-yo test in before last match
Yep.
while training. But I think it's difficult for Delhi Capitals now. I don't know why their strategy or any other thing. Maybe they're lacking in the batting because their bowling has been excellent. They're having Rabada, Nokia, Akshar Patel and Ashwin are also bowling very good in middle overs. In fact, Ashwin I think has come back in his old vintage form. What Ashwin was used to be known like of giving economic overs and just like letting the hours pass by in middle, and you don't even know that hours are gone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's
I think that Delhi are the strongest team, and as a Rajasthan Royals fan, we want a Delhi victory today. And then if we beat you on a Monday, then that's going to happen. But I think Delhi, to be fair, I haven't seen any weakness. So Shreyas Iyer went out and I think he played really well, captained the team very well. Shikhar Dhawan, the last way he captained against us, he was fantastic. But again, Sharaja, I still think if your batting is not good enough, your batting is the problem. We want Kedar Yadav to play again. He'd be brilliant because that would be excellent.
Let's save him for our match. Let's
Huh?
save him for our match.
Save
Let's
him
save
for
him
our
for our
match.
match.
But yeah, I think Delhi, to be fair, their issue is if they win today, they can then rest their South Africans. And I think they will get back to form. I have no issues with Delhi. I think Other than Mumbai, them two are the best teams in the league. So it's really, as I if Delhi win today, they secure the top position, and then we beat CSK on Monday, and then everything will be nice.
One thing,
Yeah.
Samay, do you think like Dhoni will probably bring in Santner or Tahir in place of Watson, because Santner can hit the ball well and Tahir can guarantee you a wicket or two and an economical spell. So do you feel that he'll probably change? I mean, he'll change Watson in any way?
The thing is that I know, like, he can change the winning combination. Like he can bring leg spinner, but it's very difficult to change that combination what he had. And also, I think the trial of Sam Karan in sending the previous game was a strategy. It could work in this game as well, but the reverse can also go. Like the Faf cannot open, he can commit three, and Shane Watson can open with Sam Karan. This also can happen. You never know what CSK has back in their minds. And also, uh, the all of the games are now like do or die for Chennai and Rajasthan. If you look at Rajasthan as well,
Yeah.
If we are looking at the match, it's gonna be like if Rajasthan loses today's match, then it will be very difficult for them going forward. So because I think that the contest should be never last, like it should never end. So to just maintain that, I think RR and CSK should won both the matches respectively, and not RCB and DC. Also with RCB, it would be very interesting to see how they come up with their mindset. We know lose a different thing. It shows what's your mindset. It's very important to see what's your mindset and what's your plannings. So yeah. So
I agree with that, because I think if we beat RCB, I think that's when they get under stress, they lose it, and I think the mindset is really good, and that's what I'm saying. I really want us to obviously win today, because that will give us that boost going into the big match against Chennai on Monday. Because if we win today and Chennai lose today, Chennai could be out the tournament by Monday. Yeah, Chennai would. If Chennai lose today and on a Monday, they're out of the tournament. If we lose today and we lose on Monday, we will be out of the tournament. Full stop. So, but as I say,
One last thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
one last thing. This is to both Samay and Ashish. Do you think your team is playing the best foreign players that you have in your squad right now? Are the four foreigners that your team is relying on now? Do you think they are the best people to rely on right now?
so for I can go first. So how are you asking like best four players? Like if you're
Because
asking
you have
regarding
the likes
IPL
of you have the
2020,
likes of Hazelwood, you have the likes of Santner at your disposal. So guys like
Tahir,
them, such an economic, and Tahir, of course. I'm glad you
he
named him.
was purple
So
cap winner last year.
yeah. So why
Yeah.
are they not playing? Like if like Watson has played almost 8 matches. Okay, he's probably not played in one, but like he's already someone who's above 35. Tahir is 41. If Chris Gale can come in right now, probably bring in Tahir as well. He's going to guarantee you a wicket in these pitches at least.
So the first thing is like the pitches have started turning a bit after half of the season.
Yeah.
Like if you see the initial phase of the season, it was very different, and that's what I'm saying. The best playing 11 always depends on what conditions you are playing, what is the opposition team, and what is the pitch you are playing. Talking about comparison between 41 age of 41 of Universe Boss and Imran Tahir is very different. You cannot compare Chris Gale with Imran Tahir, because Imran Tahir is someone who can just take wickets and he can give, like he can have that leak of runs as well. But if you are talking about Chris Gale, it's sure that he's gonna hit at least two or three sixes and then get out, or he can play the innings. It's like that. It's sort of that person. You cannot compare in that position. And also talking about the
No,
combination which we have, like,
I'm talking about fitness regarding the number of matches in the heat. I mean that.
yeah, the thing is like the four players which we are playing, you cannot drop in any of them. So if you're looking at Faf and Shen Watson, they are openers. Coming at number three at Ambati Raidu. Sam Curran has proved to be exceptional all-rounder for CSK this season. I know he has not the experience, but in this season he has been exceptional.
Yep.
Good bowling, good batting, and he has a sort of ability that he can give those extra 15-20 runs either in opening, either at number 4, number 5, number 6. He can give those 15-20 runs. And of course, Dwayne Bravo, you like no need to say about him like what kind of player he is and what kind of exceptional bowling he does. Also, if you see in Caribbean Premier League as well, what bowling he has done, taken 500 wickets in IPL and in so many places. So you cannot get out of those players. So even if you want to play Tahir, Josh Hazelwood, the point is you cannot replace with any other person. You cannot drop Faf, you cannot drop Watson, Sam Curran, Bravo. That's the point.
Yeah, see, I would definitely have Faf and Sam Curran. I don't think you need Bravo. I just don't think you need Bravo. And I think Watson, you could have another Indian batsman taking Watson's place. Because, to be fair, Imran Tahir, you saw Chawla and Karan Sharma. You know, either of them, they're not wicket-taking spinners. I don't think they're wicket-taking spinners. And they can all be hit. Sharjah being a small ground, you really got to be careful on that because I think that's the
last
problem.
time they were hit for 216.
Yeah, so I think, and I say if Delhi bat first and get 170 score, I can't see Chennai chasing that down with their batting.
Yeah, toss would be very crucial. But looking at the Sharjah pitches, they have started to be slower than it was at the start of the tournament. And also,
Sharjah pitch is now.
I still believe that DC has 4 left-handers in their lineup in starting. But talking about Prithvi Shaw, his wicket could be taken by Deepak Chahar because in last 4 matches he has taken his wickets 3 times. So, and Deepak Chahar is excellent with his swing in the power plays and he can get out of Prithvi Shaw. But if you look at other 3 left-handers as well, I think extra leg spinner can make a way in place of a batsman in today's match. But it's very difficult, and also you cannot just say like as we think of like Virat Kohli, what he has done in last match with ABD and all those stuff. I think Dhoni has a clear sort of mindset that what he wanna go and what he wanna do. So you can see a change, but I think it's very difficult to see any change.
Yeah, Ashish, go
We
ahead.
all we all know that CSK has a tremendous bench strength in overseas players like Lungi Engidi, Josh Hazelwood, Imran Tahir. But yeah, as Dhoni said in the last match at the toss time, he said we have a couple of players who are eager to play in the arena, but it's not making our combination fit for the playing 11. So keeping Shane Watson out of the playing 11 doesn't make any sense because Shane Watson is the key player for Chennai and has given and performed too much in the last 2 years for CSK. And CSK doesn't have any attacking opener as well. We have Rituraj Gaikwad, an Indian domestic player, but he's not as destructive as Shane Watson. And Mr. Surinder said that DJ Bravo is to kept out for the playing 11. I don't think Dwayne Bravo will ever be kept out of the playing 11 because he's exceptionally well in bowling at the depths. He doesn't leak any runs, gives performs well, and also give wickets for CSK. So yeah, I don't think DJ Bravo will be kept out of the playing 11 here, keeping up the combination that Imran Tahir, Hazelwood are at the bench. They will not be sitting at the bench for a long time, but it doesn't make any combination. Bringing in Imran Tahir, a complete spinner, in place of Shane Watson and attacking opening batsman doesn't make any sense. Rituraj Gaikwad can take the place of opening, but not as Shane Watson can does. Shane Watson settles for a score of 30. He can do damage and can give you 80 to 70, 80 to 85 runs. So yeah, I don't think any changes from the overseas player, and this is a well settled combination for the playing 11 of CSK.
Adding to you, Ashish, I think that if you look at the previous matches, if we see everyone was talking about the batting of Chennai and not bowling. So I think bowling was never a concern for Chennai in the start of the tournament. As some mentioned that Piyush Chawla, Karan Sharma not wicket taking bowlers or whatsoever.
I have to
Still,
also
that was
add
not a
one
problem.
point.
Batsmen were not putting up the runs on the board, even if the partnership was not going the middle order batsmen were not putting up those runs on the board and leaving so much for the last batsman. As as I think that is also a strategy, but I think it's not working because of the dimensions of the ground. So that could be a different thing. That's why the thing is like even if you play one more bowler, it can affect like take more wickets. But then what about the batting thing? And you
Yeah,
cannot keep the Shane Watson out as kind of explosiveness he's having, and again coming in the experience. Even if you look at Chris Gale, what he has given, that is experience what he have. As Dhoni always says that experience cannot be replaced with any other thing. Because Gaikwad
Yeah,
can make
that's
a way for Shane Watson or any other player. Like I am like replacing Watson with Ruturaj Gaikwad overseas and domestic. But yeah, if you're looking for opener, then Ruturaj Gaikwad is the player for you. But
yeah.
Ruturaj Gaikwad, if you compare for opener Ruturaj Gaikwad and Watson, no comparison in that. Shane Watson will obviously make a way. If you see
Yeah,
the
that's the
picture.
problem you've got. The problem you've got, and as this is from a neutral point of view, is the lack of Indian batsmen that you've got. So you can't really change your batting combination the only way you can possibly change is the bowling combination. But your foreign bowlers, your Hazelwoods and your Imran Tahirs, they can't bat like Bravo. So
also.
that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. So and you've got a team like Delhi, and I say if they play their full strength batting lineup, yeah, I can't see because they have their stronger Indian batsmen in their team. If they bat first, I can see them scoring 170, so 175, and I can't see you guys with facing their attack scoring that runs because you look at Rabada, Noche, Ashwin, the first three bowlers against that will nullify your front three batsmen. So you could even see Shane Watson, scoring less than 100 strike rate against those bowlers. So that's where the problem is. The problem is the Indian players that you've got, and that's where Raina and Budgie were so important to your team, and because those two players, those will cover your batting and your extra spin bowling, and then you could strategy around that. So we're just thinking on the normal thing because Sam Curran you can't drop, Faf du Plessis you can't drop. So the only two other players that you could possibly drop on your foreign basis with your foreign bench strength is the two that we've mentioned. That's why we mentioned them.
Yeah, but the thing which I believe is like Sam Curran and Bravo are all rounders. And if you look at all other teams, they are hunting for any all-rounder. They are not having the all-rounder position.
But you have another all-rounder in Santner. You have another all-rounder in Santner. You have
But
someone.
Dwayne Bravo, and
I'm not asking you to replace. I'm not asking you to replace Bravo with Santner. I'm asking you to replace Watson with Santner because he can come up. He can hit as hard as Watson right now.
What about our opening pairs? What about our
You're
opening
experimenting with
pairs?
your opening pair right now. You're experimenting with your opening pair.
At only one place. At only one place, Sam Curran, and only the last match.
You don't think Sam Curran will be playing at number one today?
They just not like sending Sam Curran and have a look like what's going on.
Okay.
Every team is trying now. Every team is trying pinch hitter at the top order.
You don't think he'll be playing at top right now? I'm just that's what I'm asking. See, one thing I don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. One thing I find it I find common between two teams, Rajasthan and CSK right now, is that their middle order is more fragile than their lower middle order. Shardul Thakur can hit sixes at will. Ravindra Jadeja can hit sixes at will. I really don't know why they don't come up or why they haven't come up in the previous matches, because instead of sending Kedar Jadhav, they could have easily sent someone like a Shardul Thakur. He's hit sixes, and someone like a Deepak Char, who's won you matches with the bat as well against SRH in that 2018 semi-final.
I think they both are like Washington Sundar and Shivam Dube if you compare with RCB.
No, they're better than that. It's something which I believe.
I just want to hear that.
No,
because Shardul Thakur has actually won you a game for India with his bat as well, like against the West Indies.
So moving to Arun. Arun, what are your thoughts on all of this discussion? How do you think Chennai and Delhi will play out today?
I have no comments. The amount of discussion happening shows how what do you say? How confused they are. Their own batting lineup is choked. To be honest, their own battling lineup is choked. But then I heard somebody say RCB is going to choke. Let's get the own team sorted out first, and then let's talk about other teams. I think RCB is set. RCB is set with their momentum. I don't think we are chokers this time for sure. Of course, last time around.
Just choke in today's match.
Yeah, right. For Rajasthan Royals' sake, we should. But yeah, I don't think we'll be chokers this time. I think all the players who moved out of RCB have been playing well. So let's remember that.
Yep.
And I think we are in good form, and may the best team win. I've always been saying that. End of the day, no matter what predictions any of us speak about today, cricket is an unpredictable game.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see, and we'll have to respect the captains for whatever experimentations that they do, and we should not be pointing out at anybody, be it Virat Kohli, be it Dhoni, be it Smith or anybody else. Captains know what they're doing. They're leading these teams, so they have their responsibilities set on what they need to do and how they need to experiment with the players, be it sending up the order or down the order.
Yeah.
So let's respect everybody's decision and enjoy the game.
Yeah.
One good thing which Samay said, do you think Rishabh Pant is coming back, and do you think Shreyas Iyer should play today's match carrying an injury?
Who's that question for?
Anyone.
I think for Arun.
Arun?
I have no comments, bro. To be honest, I have no comments because I'm more worried about RCB getting into the playoffs right now. So I would let
Don't
Nitin
worry,
ask
like
us
don't worry
the.
in that. RCB, like somehow I will they're gonna reach with two playoffs. Don't worry for that.
I'm not
I'm just
worried.
thinking
I
from
heard
Delhi.
somebody say we are jokers. So yeah, the same person is
No,
now telling me not to worry. So
It doesn't
it
mean
will be
that
not
you
so easy
will
for
not reach
RCB.
playoffs. They reached in playoffs in 2016 as well, but we all know that
right,
what
right. I think
finals.
CSK is giving way for RCB to come to the finals and get the cup this time.
That would be interesting.
I-
But
yeah.
yeah, I guess
From Delhi's point of view, I think really Shreyas Iyer and Rishabh Pant are critical, but I think they just want to get that top two position, and then they will rest their players. So I don't think Rishabh will play today, but Iyer might. Yeah, Iyer might.
Yeah, I
Talking
think to
about
answer
DC, I just
to.
have one thing. Like
Yeah.
they still, I don't know why people are not able to figure out what if their openers are not playing. Just Prithvi Shaw is not in that form. You have then Ajinkya Rahane as a opener. Like I know Shikhar Dhawan has came in form in last match, and he plays in big matches like in quarterfinals, semi-finals, in finals and all. He has that sort of like abilities and all. I don't know why he doesn't play in league matches that at that flow. Then you have
And
either
against
Ajinkya Rahane,
RR.
Rishabh Pant, then Shreyas Iyer, then Marcus Stoinis. So I think if your batting order collapse, you have all the pressure on Stoinis, and all the matches DC have won in terms of batting. The Stoinis has taken the match to the last, like whatever they have, he has given them flourish. What if he is not working on the day, on the particular day? If your day is bad day and you're not playing, I'm talking about Stoinis. Then what? They have
Right.
Alex Carey or either Shiron Hetmeyer and then finish, because all of the matches won by DC in terms of batting have been won by Marcus Stoinis.
Yes.
This is what I think.
Yeah, I think with their opening combination, like Upyan said, they've got one person who hits, which is Prithvi Shaw, and they've got one person that stays there, which is Shikhar Dhawan. That's why they go for that combination.
it'll be
It
interesting to
can be
watch
easily
because
replaced by Rahane.
yeah, he can, but I don't think Rahane has been in that form. Like we've seen how he's come out and played, but I don't think he's quite achieved that form.
Prithvi has also scored runs, na. Prithvi
Yeah,
is not so that he's
Prithvi Shaw has been
getting out
aggressive
at
so
10,
far.
12. Yeah, that's fine. Prithvi Shaw and Shikhar Dhawan are the packed openers for DC.
So
Right.
I guess
Right.
we've all reached the point of the tournament where it's all just a matter of who plays how, and
If RCB
it'll all
if
depend on the
RCB
performance.
loses, yeah. If
Yeah,
RCB loses one or two match, it will be pressure for RCB. So
yeah,
they will
that's
hold the
what
pressure.
it's pressure on everyone. Like
It's
it's do or
pressure
die
for
for
everybody, buddy.
yeah. So
It's
it
Today.
pressure
just
on
depends.
Nitin to
If you
moderate
lose
this
today,
debate
you're
right
out of the
now.
tournament,
No, no,
buddy.
no. I'm cool with it. Like because I'm
And
neutral
I
with.
think the point which Upanan said was very right. If RCB like loses one more, two matches more, they
Yeah,
are much under pressure than any other team in tournament.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
must say
that's
that.
true.
I am very agreed with Tarun
I
and all those
agree to
things
your
that they are the
point,
best
bro.
team
If
in
CSK
everything.
is no, if CSK loses today, they're out of the tournament. I think you guys need to be more
No,
pressure than any other
no.
team.
They are not
We are
out of
never in
the
pressure, bro.
tournament, man.
A lot
We
of
are
players
not
Yeah,
out
came
of
as
the
well.
tournament
see,
if we lose today's match.
that's obvious in any tournament, buddy. Anybody who's coming to the playoffs, if they lose, of course they're going to be in pressure. Beat CSK, beats Rajasthan Royals, beat Delhi, whoever it is. It's
If
Delhi can
if
lose in
RR
semi-finals as well.
Arun, if RR
So
and
it's
CSK both wins their matches today, so CSK will
uh-huh.
be in the top four of better run rate. RR has not, so RR has its
Yep.
run rate in minus, and
The
CSK has
important
also
word
in
here
minus.
is the important word in your sentence is if. I think that if needs to the if needs to qualify today. Let's wait for that.
but then
I
The
would
if
just
word
say
needs
one
to.
thing: the if will turn off in both the favors if the both teams win the toss and choose bat, because
yeah,
the both teams
True,
batting
true,
first
true.
will having
Absolutely.
a
Yeah, yeah.
significant
Right,
advantage because there
right,
is
right,
absence of dew.
yeah,
So whosoever team is batting first, they are having the
right.
advantage.
They have to bat first today. Whoever
yeah.
is winning the toss has
Yeah,
to bat
whosoever
first
is
today.
winning the toss. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
So it'll be
Finally, an
interesting to
RCB
watch.
and a CSK fan agree on something.
And I really want to see RR winning today's match. I don't know
I'm
why,
a
but I
big
really
fan of
want to
Dhoni.
see.
I'm a big fan of Dhoni.
Who
I
isn't?
think I also heard some news related to Rajasthan Royals that Smith might step down as a captain today. Is that
Yeah, I have also heard that Smith
because
is.
of
I think
Fake news.
The media
Fake
hasn't
news.
confirmed anything.
Yeah, fake
Media
news.
hasn't
Trust
confirmed
the
anything.
admin. Trust the admin of RR. He will tell you.
also the thing the thing was that George Bush is gonna be the captain, but looking at yesterday's KKR match,
yeah,
the DK is giving captainship to Ian Morgan has
yeah,
not worked that well. So I think Steve
Right.
Smith will be again like returning as a captain. But yeah, there were many things that he's gonna give his captaincy to Josh Butler.
Yep.
Yeah, because of the
Also,
legality issues. I
David
think.
Miller can make a way for any player, and Ben Stokes can be back at his position number 5 or 6 whatsoever. Talking to adding to Arun's point, but I am not sure that what's the actual thing.
I
We'll
said
figure all
that.
that out. Yeah, we'll figure all that out in today's match. So I guess we have just 1 minute left. So I guess on that discussion, I guess we'll end for today's discussion. But we'll definitely see you guys back, and we'll have all your questions answered by then. And by then, we'll know who has won, and we'll see who gets to progress in the next stage of the tournament. But it's quite
Right.
exciting, and it's quite interesting
May
to
the
see
best
how.
teams win.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
may the best teams.
We
win.
all
And may
hope
one
the-
of them be RR, please.
Well, let's hope it's RR. But yep, it's definitely interesting to
I
see
want
who
to
wins.
see the
and,
best cricket and not one-sided. I want to see
Yeah.
best
Roar
cricket.
Macha. I'll be singing Roar Macha if Delhi win, right? I'll sing it.
Yep.
Roar Macha.
So thank you so much for joining in, guys, today. I mean,
Thank you,
even though
guys.
we were a bit late, but
Brilliant
thank you so much for
discussion.
joining in. May
Yeah.
the best team win, and may we get to witness an amazing cricket today, and have a great weekend. So thank you for joining in, and see you guys
Take
next
care.
time.
Take care, guys. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Yep.
Bye bye. Bye bye.